Hello everyone, I'm Jeffrey Turner, aka Mega Jetty 1, and today we're going to ask the question, did Leia use the dark side to kill Jabba? Now first, let's quickly recap what led into this discussion. Princess Leia is the daughter of former Queen of Naboo, Padme Niberi Amidala, and famed Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker, and the twin sister of Jedi trainee Luke Skywalker. Leia's mother died when she was a child, and her father became a ruthless enforcer to a corrupt regime as he changed his name to Darth Vader, forcing her and Luke to be separated and never knowing each other nor her connection to Vader. Leia was adopted by the Organas of Alderaan and heralded as Princess of Alderaan, making her royalty in more ways than one. As she grew up under the might of the Empire, Leia was always a rebel and decided to take up arms against the Empire. Though this would get her into serious trouble, as by the age of 17, she was captured, tortured for information, and forced to watch Alderaan get obliterated, all by Darth Vader. She was, however, rescued by her long-lost twin brother and a 32-year-old smuggler named Han Solo, whom she had secretly been smitten with. During the war with the Empire, Han was captured by Vader and handed off to bounty hunter Boba Fett to be delivered to crime boss Jabba the Hutt, whom Han owed money to. Leia took part in a convoluted scheme by her twin brother Luke to rescue Han, with Lando going in posing as a guard while R2 and 3PO go in as a gift in exchange for Han. With this failing, Leia goes in disguised as a bounty hunter, delivering Chewbacca. However, upon freeing Han, the two get captured with Leia being stripped of her disguise and forced to don a golden slave bikini. Luke would then enter and demand his friend's release upon threat of death. Luke would get dropped into a Rancor pit to be eaten alive, but he would outsmart and kill the beast. Jabba would then take Leia onto his sail barge to escort a desert skiff carrying her friends to the Sarlacc to be executed. After one final demand from Luke, which Jabba disregards, Luke's plan comes to a head as he unleashes his new green lightsaber. During the chaos, Leia acts as she smashes the controls to close the windows and uses the chain leash Jabba placed around her neck to strangle Jabba to death before making her escape with her friends. Now first, let's make a case for why Leia wouldn't have been able to strangle Jabba under normal circumstances. Leia is an average-sized young woman who may be battle-hardened, but Jabba is an overgrown slug with a big fat body twice her size. If Leia were an ordinary woman with no connection to the Skywalker bloodline nor the Force, Jabba's immense girth would have allowed him to power out of Leia's grip, especially with his life endangered, allowing him to either restrain Leia or strangle her instead. Now, since Leia is no ordinary woman and has the blood of a Jedi as well as the connection to the Force, this gives Leia an advantage most ordinary women like Ula didn't have. The only thing is, her connection to the Force is suppressed due to never being tapped into before, nor having been taught to tap into it. However, despite never tapping into the Force before, that didn't mean that it wasn't there to be tapped into even by accident. However, there is another part of the Force that can also be tapped into by accident: the dark side of the Force. Now, why would Leia call upon the dark side even by accident? Well, here are the reasons why. First off, Leia may have followed the path of her mother of being a diplomat while her brother followed the path of their father in being a Jedi, but Luke adopted his mother's attitude of saving violence as a last resort, whereas Leia had their father's attitude of shoot first and ask questions later or never. There's proof of this in A New Hope when a stormtrooper stated to set for stun before he and his men attempted to capture her, but Leia proceeded to kill the trooper rather than stun him as well. Second, Leia had been tortured and forced to watch everything she knew get obliterated, as well as watch the man she was falling in love with get taken away from her. This would fill her heart with a lot of fear, anger, and hatred. As Jedi Grandmaster Yoda once stated,
"Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering."
Even though Leia never trained in the Jedi arts, that didn't mean she couldn't fall to the dark side even with her Force powers suppressed. And third, as soon as Luke gave the signal, she actively set out to kill Jabba. Jedi may kill, but it's a last resort. Leia didn't hesitate to kill Jabba herself by her very own hands. Leia hated Jabba for what he was subjecting her and her friends to, so she no doubt mentally called upon any and all strength she had in her to kill him, even the strength she didn't even know she had. Another thing to note about the dark side is that it's not just used to telekinetically push, pull, or crush stuff. It can also be used to physically enhance one's body to heal quicker or be stronger than normal, so long as that is the focus of it. As such, Leia likely called upon the dark side to enhance her physical strength despite having a slim body compared to Jabba's massive form. This strength gave her the necessary means to kill Jabba. What Leia doesn't know, however, is that Jabba had a son named Rada, whom her father saved when he was an infant, who no doubt will want to put a price on her head for killing his father. Also, after Leia defeated Jabba, she greatly resented her father, Anakin Skywalker, even after she learned that he turned against the Emperor to save Luke at the cost of his own life, holding what he did to her against him. Years after destroying the Empire and rebuilding the Republic, Leia would have a son of her own who would end up falling to the dark side and swearing to destroy the Republic she helped rebuild, making her suffer. Another thing to consider is Leia's attitude in how she does things, which is showcased in the non-canon Star Wars Infinity's A New Hope comic. Luke misses the exhaust port and Yavin 4 is destroyed, but not before the rebels have evacuated, only to be recaptured by Vader. Leia is brought before the Emperor as he and Vader turn her to the dark side rather easily, playing on her fears and anger to make her willingly swear her proud allegiance to the Empire. This culminates in Jedi Luke confronting Leia, Vader, and the Emperor, and informing her of their parentage. Undeterred, Leia battles Luke in a fierce lightsaber duel that simply ends when the Emperor tortures them both to make Vader more obedient. Leia just happens to escape with the heroes with no explanation as the Empire falls along with its Emperor. Leia clearly wouldn't be the same again as she was before, as she learned the hard way that she was no better than her enemies in the conflict against the Empire. So with all that said and done, did Leia use the dark side to kill Jabba? My answer is yes. But what do you all think? Leave a valid comment down below to try and rebut my theory, or simply to say that you find it reasonable to believe. In the meantime,
remember, the Force will be with you, always.